Congratulations, Mike Lynch, Sportscaster of the Year for the 7th year in a row.
Today, our champion, Steve Vadney of Claremont, New Hampshire, faces the challenge of Ed Czernicki of Webster, Massachusetts on Candlepin bowling. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Candlepin Bowling. I'm Don Gillis, and speaking on behalf of the entire crew, we're sure glad that you could join us here at the Fairway in Natick, Massachusetts for 3 strings of Candlepin bowling. Total pinfall determines our winner. Each of our bowlers takes home a permanent souvenir. These are provided by Weeks Trophy of Lynn. Each will take home some guaranteed prize money also. $1,200 is guaranteed. $700 goes to the winner, $350 to the runner-up, $50 available to the winner of each string, and obviously, should they tie, then we will split that at $25 apiece. Lots of other opportunities for bonus money. You know, most of you know about them. 3 marks in a row, $50 each subsequent consecutive mark, $50 as long as he can keep it going in the same string. And for 3 strikes in a row, an extra bonus of $1,000. For a 400 series, an extra $100. And we are back to something we used to have, the $50 gift certificate to the Marksman of the Day. This will be provided by Rotman's Furniture and Carpet Store of Worcester, Massachusetts. So we are back to our Marksman of the Day. And I have another special announcement that I'll tell you as the program goes along. But I won't waste any more time right now. Let's talk to today's bowlers, shall we? Ed Czernicki, and always I have to say hi, champ, because you're still...
Still there. A couple times it came close, but still there.
Let's see, yeah, Dick O'Connell came the closest, I guess, with this 194. But you still have the highest single, and that was back, we talked about it before the program, back in March of 1979. Huh? And here we are in 1992.
My goodness, time flies.
Tell me one more thing you discussed very briefly. I guess you have some good news for a couple of ladies in your life, huh?
Yeah, my wife was in an accident 3 years ago, and she's now starting to feel a lot better. She's back to work. And my mother was feeling a little bit down, and lately she started bowling again and is feeling great. Looking forward to the golf season.
So am I. No, I do better up here than I do in Florida. There's more water down there. And does she still coach you a little bit?
Oh, yeah. We had our little routine before we came, so.
Okay. Steve, rolling along, huh? 3 in a row, huh?
Right.
Does that make you a big hero up there in Claremont, New Hampshire?
Well, puts it on the map anyway.
Yeah. How about putting you on the map?
Yeah, that's...
Okay. Good luck to both of you. We'll get underway right after this.
Candlepin Bowling is sponsored in part by Cotter True Value, the You Can Do It hardware store.
You can do it with True Value.
The supplies are here and the time is now, so save during True Value's Hardware Week. Start with GE soft white bulbs. A pack of 4 is just $1.69. Then pick up Wells Lamont split leather work gloves. Their value price at only $2.99 a pair. And get Armor All Protectant, a jumbo 32-ounce trigger spray is just $5.99 at True Value, the neighborhood hardware stores with national buying power.
Shopping for a recliner? $2.99 is a good starting price, but for something really special, you'd pay a whole lot more than that. Until the Rotman Chaise by Berkline. It's size big, with more padding, under-the-knee support, and it reclines just 2 inches from the wall. A good value at $500, the Rotman Chaise is now just $2.99. Just $299. Fantastic!
Rotman's, New England's largest furniture and carpet store. College Square exit, I-290, Worcester.
Non-stop, around the clock. News. Sports. Weather. Non-stop, around the clock. News on the hour. News Center 5. News around the clock.
It's Gentleman's Warehouse 2 for Suit sale. Find this and find lots of spring and year-round styles. Then get 2 suits for $189. Don't miss this sale. 2 suits for $189. Gentleman's Warehouse 2 for Suit sale ends soon.
News Center 5, your primary source for election coverage. Kirby Perkins, Clark Booth, Brian Leary, and Janet Wu, leading the race with in-depth analysis of key election issues. The News Center 5 political unit. Nobody brings you closer.
Leading off on lane 2 here at the fairway, our challenger, Ed Czernicki, Webster, Massachusetts. Almost began with a backdoor strike. Everything down now except the head pin. I think I neglected to mention actually what the total is. He holds our program high single, 197. And he begins with a spare. And in that particular string, as I recall, we discussed it, it was back in March of 1979. He had nothing but marks, 11 straight, in rolling his 197. Right now, the fill is 6, and it's a rather unusual configuration. 6 and 10 are over on the right with wood in front. He has 2, then a space, then 7. Well, he took care of 2 and 7, but didn't get a bounce over to pick up the other 2. Now Steve Vadney, and Steve has won 3 in a row. He has defeated in succession John Lang, and he has a 9-pin drop and has a single pin to pick up. This will be the 10-pin. He also defeated Bob Kelly and Jim Powers. And he begins with a spare. Nine-pin drop and a perfect setup for another mark. He has the 4-pin with 2 pieces of wood in front of it. Yes. Our challenger, Ed Czernicki, that was not the 197, which he did on our program, is not his own high single. He has also had a 200, and he has just knocked down everything except the 6-pin. He was all over it, so he has another mark. Right now, Ed's league average, 122. His high triple, by the way, 465. Seven is the fill, leaving the 1, 4, and 7. Waiting for some wood to settle down. There's one piece to the right of the number 1, and one just peeking its nose in back of 1 and in front of 4. Got everything except the 7. It's a 10. Now Steve Vadney. Steve has 2 marks in a row. A pair of spares. He missed the head pin, got 5. The 5 that are standing are the 4 horsemen left side, and in the back, the 8-pin. Too thin that time, got just 2. Now going for 4, 7, and 8, and leaves the 8. So it's a 9-box. Steve, in his 3 previous victories, has rolled 379, 411, and 434. He's got side by side 4, 5, and 6, and also the 10-pin. couple of pieces of wood. All right, it's a 9. So we take a look at the scoreboard, as we always do after 4 boxes in the first string. And we find a 1-pin lead right now for our challenger, Ed Czernicki, over our defending champion, Steve Vadney, 53-52. Our challenger, Ed Czernicki. Too full on the head pin. Looked like he was going to have a spread eagle, and then he got some action on the right side, and the 3, 6, and 9 dropped. So he's looking at 2, 4, and 7. A couple of pieces of wood at the top. He makes it. Here's a thin hit, 5. And he's left 3 of the 4 pins along the back, the 7, the 8, and the 10. And out in front, he's looking at 1 and 3. 1 piece of wood just to the left of number 1. Great try. He got everything except the 10 pin. With that 434 that Steve Vadney rolled last week, he moved into 3rd place for our True Value Championship show. Two, 4, 7, and 6, and he has left the 2 and the 6. It's a 9 box. He didn't like that one particularly. He left 4 horsemen on the left side. 1, 2, 4, and 7. And 1 piece of wood off to the right. Nope. He missed the head pin. Got the 2, 4, and 7. But number 1 is still there. And it is still there. Now, it just fell, so it's a 10. Ed Czernicki too full on the head pin. Another just 1, so he still has 4 pins standing. 2, 4, 7, and 6. No wood. It's a 7 box, as he did some wood chopping. As usual, Al Gillis keeping score on our electronic scoreboard. At great expense, we get him to leave his position as school committee member up in the Lawrence Methuen area. Oh, nice try. Everything down except the 10. Keith Williams keeping score on the big board for the folks who are here watching in person. Don Riley is our statistician and coordinator. And it is a 10. There is Ralphie. Ralph Stewart, our lob line judge and referee, with his matching Argyle socks and sweater. Steve Vadney leaves the 6-10 on the right, the 7 over on the left. and 3 pieces of wood. One over near the 7, 2 of them near the 6 and 10. Got the 2 on the right, the 6 and 10, but the 7's still there. Our crew today is Skip Peabody, Jeff Sullivan, Bob Armitage, and Howie Rouse, whom we got at great expense to come out of retirement to work here today and to make sure that the kids he left behind are doing the job the way they're supposed to do it. All right, Steve Vadney now looking at 2, 4, 7 with wood. Well, we only got one of those. How about that? The 4-pin was the only one that went out of there. A 9. That one just got away, went off to the right. He still has 4 horsemen left side, and he has 5, 8, and now it's 4 horsemen left side. 1, 2, 4, and 7, no wood. Chopped wood again, took out just the 1, and it's a 7 box. So it's remaining close, but it's nowhere near the caliber of bowling that each of these guys is capable of doing. The way it started off with 2 marks in the first 3 boxes for each, it appeared we might have a biggie. Made it. It did appear when he originally delivered the ball, he was going to try to hit the piece of wood that was in that 2-pin position. He didn't, he missed it, but it went anyway, and he turned around and kind of had a bit of an embarrassed shrug. Got 6. A 118. As I mentioned, his league average is 122. Single to pick up the 6. Wood in front, wood behind. Yes. Spare in the 9. As you know, Phil Rubin is our producer and our director, and he has given me several things to pass along to you, which I will get to as the program goes along. I've already mentioned the Marksman of the Day is back with a $50 gift certificate. I have another announcement, which I'll save until the middle string. I'm not teasing you. I just want to be sure that I concentrate on this. Nice try to get them all, but he had to settle for a 9. So the $50 gift certificate for winning the first string goes to Ed Czernicki, 118 to 113. Middle string means our defending champion leads it off. Here is Steve Vadney. Boy, he spread them out. He's got the 6, 7, 8, and 10, or if you prefer 7 and 8 side by side, 6 and 10 over on the right. And he almost pulled it off. Got everything except the 7. Now waiting for some wood to settle down. It's a 9. Spread eagle. No wood to help. 2, 4, 7, 3, 6, 10. Got the left side and took out the 10 pin. It's another 9. Now this brings up Ed Czernicki, our challenger today, and I mentioned that he won the first string. I said a $50 gift certificate. Obviously, it's not. It's $50 in bonus money. Just getting confused because we're adding the $50 gift certificate today, but this is money. $50 in bonus money for winning the first string. It's a 9. Two and 3 side by side, or if you prefer, 3 is alone on the right, then he has the 2, 4, and 7 on the left. Yes! Oh, what a pretty one that was. Oh, yes, he got it, and that one was pretty. There are spares, and there are spares that feel real good, and that was one of those. One, 2, 4, wood behind it, 6 and 10. No. Another 9. One pin to pick up. It's the 6 pin. Yes, he has it. For a spare. The fill is 8. He's looking at 3 and 6. Two in a row. Seven. And the 3 pins standing are together, 3, 6, and 10. 2 pieces of wood behind. Actually, there are 3, but 2 are lying right behind the 3, 6, and 10. So, 3 marks in a row, another $50 in bonus money for Ed Czernicki. And as we take a check on the scoreboard, with bonus balls to be thrown by each of our bowlers, the score right now is Czernicki 54 and Vadney 37. Steve Vadney on the line, and he's working on a spare. Here's the fill. Half Worcester right as he punches out the 3 and the 9. So the fill is only 2. Now the corners are the only thing full. 7 and 10. It's a 9 as he takes out the 7. 4, 5, 7, and 10. Ten pin still there. Ralph Stewart calls time. There's a loose ball. And the hand for Ralphie. Steve Vadney picks it off. As you know, I mentioned that Steve Vadney has won 3 in a row, and I told you I had a special announcement. This will make him sad simply because of the fact that what we're doing is starting with today's program. Ed Czernicki leaves just 2 pins, the 5 and the 6. Remember, he's trying to go for 4 in a row. He already has 3. The fill is 8. No wood to help. What can he do with it? Take out just 1, the 5. All right, getting back to what I was talking about, having a special announcement. In addition to the $50 gift certificate to the Marksman of the Day, which is supplied by Rotman's of Worcester, when a bowler has won 3 consecutive programs, that bowler will receive from Rotman's of Worcester the Rotman Chaise, a luxurious velvet recliner from Brookline. It has extra deep padding, even under the legs, and it'll fit just about anywhere because it reclines just 2 inches from the wall. But listen to this, you home viewers, because on that particular day, when a bowler has won 3 in a row and wins the Rotman Chaise, the home viewer whose card is drawn that day will also win a Brookline recliner. It's an 8-box. Now Steve Vadney. Steve gets another 9 as he leaves the 7-pin. We want to pass along a happy birthday to one of our bowlers, George Boyd of South Carver, 80 years old, and he's still bowling in the CV League at 1:30 every Monday at the Alley Cat Lanes in Kingston. Congratulations. Hey, we have a strike, too. Steve Vadney. Now, Ed Czernicki. Three, 5, 7. Missed it. It's an 8. 88 through 7. And a backdoor strike. Steve Vadney working on a strike. First ball nets him 5, leaves 4 horsemen left side plus the other corner, the 10-pin. Yes! Oh, nice fair. When there is no wood to help and you make the 4 horsemen and the opposite corner, it always looks so pretty when it goes, and he just made it look pretty. Now Steve gets an 8-pin drop with the first ball here. With his fill, I should say, not the first ball. And what's it going to be? It's going to be a 9 to finish up. A 114, so disappointing for Steve, obviously, because he was able to roll only a 113 opening string, and his league average is 125. And in the last 2 weeks, he had rolled over 400. One, 2, 7, 8, 9, and 10 with wood across part of the back. Yes, he just made it. Ed obviously has already won another $50 in bonus money for winning the middle string, even though it's still underway. Yes, he has a strike. So, 3 marks in a row in addition. First ball nets him 7. Now he's looking at a triangle. 2, 4, 5. And, oh, it didn't go. Congratulations from Steve Vadney. And a fine middle string for Ed Czernicki. 147 to 114 for the extra $50 in bonus money. For winning the middle string, 3 marks in a row for another $50 in bonus money. And after 2, he leads 265, 227. Our challenger, Ed Czernicki, leading off in the 3rd string, also leading in the match. One, 2, 6, 7, 8, and 10. It will be a 7 box. No wood to help. He's looking at 4 and 5. That takes care of the 5. And the 4 for a 10. Now Steve Vadney, who has been disappointed in rolling a 113 and a 114 consecutively. And as I mentioned last week, a 434, the week before a 411. And the week before that was not too shabby, a 379. All right, he has a spare leave. There are 3 pins standing. They're on the right side. It's a 3, 6, and 10. Yes! Well, that's the way to start the 3rd string. Keep going. 7. Now he's looking at the 3, the 5, and the 10, and he has favorable wood right in back of the 3. And yes! So he begins with a pair of spares. It's Czernicki. He's looking at, with no wood to help, a triangle. 2, 4, and 5. Yes. Two full on the head pin, spread eagle. And that's what it is with no wood to help. 2-4-7 on the left, 3-6-10 on the right. Goes for the right and takes just the 3. Ralph Stewart calls time. Wants to check on a piece of wood. Is it this side or the other side of the dead wood line? It's rolling, 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 and it sounded like I was Rowdy Yates there, wasn't it? Didn't I? Okay, so it's a 7. Two marks in a row right now up on the board for Steve Vadney. Too bad. Half was to right, just 2. Now, can he come back and make this? Ooh, right down the same slot where the 3 and 9 were standing previously. It's a 6. Obviously a very disappointing 6. Five and 9, and he has some wood in front of it. I mentioned that despite the fact that Steve is not having one of his normal days today, he's not bowling as well as he usually does or as he has for us from the last 3 weeks. That 434 last week puts him in 3rd place for our championship show, behind Peter Surratt's 453 and Jack Quinn's 437. And ahead of Tom Surratt's 422 and Gary Casey's 418. He hit the wood went out to one side, the ball went to the other, and the 5 and 9 still standing. Now the 5 is out of there. So it's a 9. And incidentally, as far as that True Value program is concerned, Janet Pock with the 408 is still our alternate. All right, Ed Czernicki looking right now at 1 and 10. Nice shot. And even those of you who cannot see could tell from the reaction of the gallery that's here that he made it. Six. He'll have no wood to help, and he's looking at the 2, 4, 5, and 7. Too bad. He missed the object pin, which was the 2. Got a couple, but left 2 and 5. It's a 9. All right, Steve started off obviously well with a pair of spares, but then he got that 2-pin fill on that spare in the second, and then put the next ball right down the empty slot. Once again, he just missed the head pin to the right side. It's not a half Worcester. He did get the 5, 8, 9, and 7 out of it. Not the 8, the 7, excuse me. But he went to the right of the head pin again. And it's a 9. So a disappointing fill of 2 after 2 consecutive spares, and then a 6 box and a pair of 9 boxes. Back on the head pin that time. Yes, he got a strike. It was delayed action. But finally, The 3-pin dropped. Challenger Ed Czernicki missing the head pin. He has left on the right side the 4 horsemen plus the 9-pin. Over on the left, the 4 and 7. Head pin still there. Nine. And again, a miss of the head pin. He leaves 1, 3, 6, and 9 on the right, plus the 4 and 7. Almost made them all. The 4 pin's still up. A 9. Steve Vadney working on a strike. Here's the first. He got the head pin, but he left 3 pins. 2, 4, 7. This would be his last chance, and he didn't get it. I would say, yeah, because he only has 2 boxes to go. Right here, before getting into that deadly final pair, and he didn't do anything with that strike. The reaction that you hear from the folks here is because everything went down except the 6-pin, and it was rocking, but it stayed up. Now for a spare, yes. Final 2 now for our challenger, Ed Czernicki, who has a reasonably comfortable lead of 28 pins. He has 3 consecutive 9s coming into this box. The 9-pin would not go down. He scared it a couple of times with rolling wood. Four consecutive 9s. Half Worcester right side. The 3 and 9 out of there. Still has the head pin, and on the left for 7, on the right 6-10. Almost did it, but it's another 9, so he finishes with 5 consecutive 9s. And a 99. Steve Vadney is working on a spare. He got a backdoor strike. Remember now, he's opposite a 9 box in the 9th and a 9 box in the 10th. He needs a 137 to tie. All right, first ball gets him 6, and he might be able to convert. The corners are full, but he also has the 2 and 5 with wood. Here's the shot. And the 5 stayed. That was the important ball right there, and the 5 did not go. Steve Vadney congratulates Ed Czernicki. $50 in bonus money will go to Vadney for winning the third string, 131 to 99. He came within 6, but the final score is the winner, Ed Czernicki, 364 to former champion Steve Vadney's 358. $400 in the home viewer jackpot, and the total pinfall today is 722. I would say that that might be a winner. That's a pretty good guess, isn't it, huh? A lot of people guess in that. Oh! We got away with it. Wow. Wouldn't that have been a mess, huh? Boy, if I had to pick that up. Remember now, in case you haven't seen this before, all of these are guesses on postcards only as to what the total pinfall will be, both bowlers combined. Then you include your name and address, and you send it along to Candlepin Bowling, WCVB TV, 5 TV Place, Needham, Massachusetts, with the zip code 02192, or as I always say, 02192. All right? Now, $400 in that. And if it's 10 either side, a person will win that. Even if it's nowhere near that, then just having the card drawn means that the person will receive a handsome gift from the Parker Pen Company. Now, let's see whether we have a winner today or not. This one is from Norwood, Massachusetts, Dante Petrozzi, and his guess is 690. So we'll add another $50 in bonus money. And next week we'll try again. You know, this high-low jackpot seems to somehow or rather find its way into the Czernicki family. I'm not sure whether it's been hit several times by this. They even added a room to the house after winning this. It's up now to 1,525. Do you want to join the crew here, Ed?
I'm the one that hasn't hit it yet.
You're the one who hasn't, eh? Okay.
Come on, Eddie.
All right, Steve, how about that for a going-away present, huh?
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I think it would be, yeah. Boy, nice try, I'll tell you. I want to remind you again, you guys can come up here if you like. I just want to remind everybody again, poor Stevie won 3 in a row, and we started something brand new today. And so he doesn't have an opportunity to participate in that. But from now on, you know, I've already told you a $50 gift certificate from Rotman's of Worcester for the marksman of the day. But now the next bowler, or any bowler who wins 3 in a row, will receive the Rotman Chaise, a luxurious velvet recliner from Brookline, has extra deep padding even under the legs, reclines just 2 inches from the wall. And for you folks at home, on that day, when I draw a card, instead of a gift certificate from Parker Pen, that person whose card is drawn will also receive a Brookline recliner. How about that? All right. Now, Steve, let's see, $50 in bonus money, $350 as our runner-up, and I'm not going to feel sorry for you because you have a 434, and I'm going to be seeing you back here on the last Saturday in August, huh?
Well, I hope so.
It was a pleasure having you. Don't stay away for 6 or 7 years again,
No,
will you?
I hope to be back.
All right, good. All right. And you get just about everything here today. $200 in bonus money, the $50 gift certificate, the bigger trophy, and I'll see you defending your title next week. All right? All right. Till then, bye-bye, everybody.